So I want to welcome everyone again tonight to our Destination Hawaii presentation. It's part of our We Will Travel Again events. I am Christy Mahon. Consider me your friendly neighborhood travel agent. I am based in New Jersey, but I have clients all around the country and help them travel all around the world. Tonight, we are featuring a particular destination, Hawaii. I think everybody has a little slice of paradise in their hearts wishing to go to Hawaii. So we're going to be discussing this. In addition to Hawaii, we are also, of course, making this a part of our ongoing series. If you didn't know about the series, you can find it at that web address, bit.ly/We Will Travel Again events. We're having them every Thursday night. Every Thursday night, we visit a different place. Next week, we'll be doing France with river cruising. And we're also have some other upcoming ones about different places in Europe. We're going to be going to the Galapagos Islands. And we have some past events also linked to that website where we've covered Alaska and Holland most recently. So we've got lots of things for you to participate in. This is a no pressure, no sales event. This is strictly to give you some information, get you inspired so that when we're ready someday to travel again, you'll have some great ideas. So I do want to let you know about this, this destination. Hawaii is a wonderful place. It's made up of a number of islands. Mostly there are 4 or 5 islands that people tend to travel to. And many people will do one of 2 things. They will either pick one island and stay put for several days, or they'll island hop. And you can island hop by plane. That's not my personal way to go. I'm not a big fan of little planes, but that is an opportunity for you to do that as well. But the most ideal way to do things personally is to take a multi-island hopping cruise with Norwegian Cruise Lines. They have kind of exclusivity, if you will, cruising the Hawaiian Islands from the Hawaiian Islands. And tonight we'll be looking at that itinerary. It's a 7-night trip. You fly to Honolulu, and the trip is a round trip cruise from that port. So you don't waste time per se sailing from the mainland and then spending fewer days in Hawaii like you might get with other cruise lines. So Norwegian really has a very unique product, and they've been doing it so amazingly for so long. They've won tons of awards in this space. So I'm gonna hand this over to my friend and colleague, Manny Blanco. He is joining us from Norwegian, and he's going to tell us more about it. Hi, Manny. Thank you so much.
Hi, thank you, Christy, and thank you all for attending the event tonight. Yes, we have a unique itinerary in Hawaii. The reason being is because that particular ship, the Pride of America, is a U.S. flagship, so it doesn't have to call on a foreign port. So you spend about 100 hours in port, including a couple of overnights. So as let's kick it out. This is a product that's very appealing for newcomers, those who have been there. And I always recommend, though, to fly early. A couple of days, take a package, get used to the time change and all that, and then jump on that ship. It's a beautiful itinerary. And let me see if I can get this going.
There we go.
All right, so let's see if that video plays.
We will not suffer for bad pictures tonight, boy. Look at that. That's fantastic.
This particular itinerary is all about the destination. You don't fly all the way to Hawaii to stay in your room
Right.
watching TV. It's very port intensive, as we are in port every day with the 2 ports we do overnight. So you go in there, you need, if you never cruise that way and you are used to the Caribbean and the days at sea, that's not going to happen with this particular itinerary. However, the choice is yours. If you want to sleep in late one day, do it. So the Pride of America will visit 4 of the Hawaiian Islands on 7 days, including overnight and Maui and then Kaua'i. And so there's lots of things to do in Honolulu. For those of you who've been there, know the beach, the canoes. One of my favorites, though, is the Polynesian Culture Center experience. When you go and you see the different village, how they did it in the old days, and if you get lucky enough, you get to eat there, and it's an amazing excursion. Of course, if you're more into the active side, you want to surf, waves are pretty good. Like Christy mentioned earlier, we won all kinds of prizes. For the last 13 years, we have been voted the best cruise line for Hawaii itineraries. And that's because if you go on a different ship, they have to go on a foreign port to comply with the Jones Act. That means they're going to spend approximately 30 to 40 hours in port while we're doing about 100 hours in port. So it's a big advantage. We, of course, we cruise the Napali coast, beautiful. We do like, if the volcano is active, we kind of dim the lights and watch it from the distance.
Wow.
So here's the itinerary. You fly into Honolulu, you go to Maui, you go to Kona, to Hilo, you do overnight in Maui and in Kauai, and you spend the day in Kona and Hilo. So your day one is, this is a very, very impressive excursion, Pearl Harbor. When I was there about a couple of years ago, it's breathtaking, you know, to see that after 50 plus years, and the oil still drips from the ship up in the water. It's a great excursion. And then we get you into Maui, in day 2 and day 3. Of course, the Molokini crater is tremendous for snorkeling and surfing. Then you have the black sand beach.
Look at the beach. Oh my gosh.
As you all know, these islands were created by a volcano, so
and each island is so different. I mean, they really do have, it's not just beach after beach. They're so unique.
Yeah, they're, you know, sometimes I was told by the instructor when I was in Hawaii that sometimes you got the sun on one side of the island and then you get cold snow on the other side of the islands. So the Kaka Falls rainforest, you can do the zip line. Then this particular Circle of Fire helicopter tour is probably the most popular one here.
Yes, and that is a book ahead, right? That's
exactly. Yep. You gotta book them ahead of time. Otherwise, you might go all the way over there and not do it. I have interest with guests have stayed for so many years just to do that in Hawaii and get there and like, ooh.
No, this is what I'd love to see. These lava tubes. That looks so cool.
The lava tubes. I haven't seen it myself, but it's very impressive for what I hear. Have you done this one, Christy? Okay. If you like playing golf, you can play golf every day of the week if you want to, if that's your thing. Or play one day. And okay, go snorkeling. Wow. So in Kauai, deck 6 and 7, we have the overnight. The Wahula River, the Napali coast again is stunning.
It must really be amazing to see it. I haven't been to Hawaii myself, but just knowing these pictures barely doing them justice. It
Just,
must be.
just looking at those pictures, it is the same but better when you go and see yourself. And then we jump into the ship. We also offer a 4-day land tour in Hawaii. The Oahu Explorer is like cruise tour. So if you want to spend more time in Honolulu, you go with the package, the 4 days that you do the excursions in the Honolulu area before you actually get to your cruise. And this ship was refurbished to last in 2016. This year went in for a makeup, mostly focused on technology. But this is a unique product and premium product. So you got the choices of restaurants, and you have some restaurants that are free and some are a specialty restaurant. You do not have to spend a penny on food on board the boat. So don't get it wrong. People say, oh, but you got your free restaurants that you don't have to pay a penny. And then if you want a different experience one night, you can upscale a little bit. And this is the specialty dinings on board this ship. You can see there, La Cucina d'Italian, Jefferson Bistro. It has a copy of the Cagney Steakhouse, teppanyaki.
That's a fun thing to do on vacation.
Yeah.
Do a teppanyaki kind of Japanese steakhouse. That's always fun.
Yeah, it's like Benihana if you have Benihanas in your area. And every time I cruise with my family, I have to do this. This is my kids' rule. So teppanyaki is a great experience. It's worth the penny when you compare what actual land and the ocean. I've been to a Benihana restaurant, and when I get the bill, it's like they charge me for every item.
I know, it's a little eye-opening.
Yeah, and this one's a set fee. They get you all the way. You get everything. Of course, this ship was built after America. That's why it's called the Pride of America. When you walk in on the atrium area, the first thing you see is the big gray seal on the floor, and each venue is after. For example, the Mardi Gras, that's like the disco area. That's based on Mardi Gras, and you got the pink champagne. You have the ocean dry bar. The one thing aboard, not only on this particular ship, but in all the ships at Norwegian Cruise Line, you never will go thirsty. There's always a bar, 20 bars. Of course, with the beverage package, it's all you can drink the whole day. And in Hawaii, the laws are a little different. So our package in Hawaii offers bottles of water, as well as a specialty coffee inside their dining menu. So I know what you're saying, but wait a minute, I'm going to be eating all the time. And then I'm going to feel guilty on the middle of the night. Oh yeah, there's a gym open 24 hours a day.
I am always surprised at how many people are in the gym. There's always people in the gym first thing in the morning. Not on my vacation.
No, it's kind of funny in a way, because the first day you go of the cruise, you go to the gym, everybody's excited to work out, and then it's packed. And you look at some people that they probably never exercised in their life, but they got excited and they started doing it. By the second day, half of the people are gone.
Right.
And by the fourth or fifth day, it's pretty much already gone.
There's always something on every ship, not just this one, but on every ship, there's things to do that you don't normally get a chance to experiment with just in the normal kind of everyday life. Not during COVID, of course, but whether it's seeing a show or going to a spa or doing all these different activities that are on board, going to karaoke at night, things like that. The fact that there's so many things you can do, it kind of makes up for being, cooped up for months on land and not being away on vacation. So even though you're going to be in this beautiful destination, even your time on board is going to be filled with fun things to do that you don't normally take advantage of doing when you're home. It's great.
Yeah, the show's entertainment is awesome, uh, and this particular destination, this particular ship also has some aircraft from the area, and the spa Mandara has those stone chairs. I don't know if you've done it, Christy.
Nice.
I have people that book a ship just because they had stones in
I
there.
know those are warm stone. Oh, they're good. I don't want to get off of them when I get on them.
Of course, we're family friendly, and the destination Hawaii and Alaska has shifted a little bit the last few years. Used to be more like on the elder clientele side, but now lots of families go to Hawaii as well as Alaska. And if you don't like kids, I suggest not to go in the summer or spring break,
Right.
and to keep them away a little bit.
They do book up, especially over school breaks, right?
Yeah. The Splash Academy is for the young ones, and of course we have Entourage for the teenagers, and different type of activities based on their age group. And Norwegian has been known by the entertainment for many years, and the entertainment is super in every ship. And I remember the old days because I've been with NCL for 20 years. So I remember the old days when we used to call them for actors, and they were like, oh, come on, hang up the phone with these people. Now we have them calling us because they want to give us actors.
Good.
And they're so good. We have a facility in Tampa, the 50,000 square feet facility, where they replicate every ship. So they train there, and when they're ready to switch a cast member, they just take them out, put the next one there, and it's like they've been there forever.
Wow. I've seen some cool comedians on ships. You know, I mean, they're just the kind of people you see on TV, and they'll be on board for a while too. That's fun to catch too.
I love the comedy shows. Some of them are a little tough, you know, they might pick on you or something like that, but that's part of the act.
Yeah.
They're good people. They take the pictures with you afterwards. And let's look at the things we did in 2016. I'm going to not take much time with these because we are time sensitive here. And the Brazilian steakhouse, Moderno, what they do, you got a card, green and red. You put the card green, they bring you a meat. We got 9 type of meats. Wow. And they keep serving you until you flip the card red. And you want to flip it red and do a couple of jumping jacks and get back to it, flip it green again, they'll still bring you more. It's delicious. The one thing I do recommend is to stay away from the salad bar because there's so many good items there that you stuff yourself with this salad bar, and then you don't have space for the meat.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it's true. I always tell everybody when I host dinners at this particular restaurant, I'm like, this is it. Think about it. Don't overdo it.
The urge to go.
All the public venues were refurbished. When we put a ship in dry dock, it's not just changing drapes and carpets. When we put a ship on dry dock, we literally strip down the ship to the metal and build it right up. And we've done that with a few ships, adding new restaurants and things like that. And that'll give you an idea of what the rooms look like now. That was the suites. The decor is different. The family suites. Let's give you a little layout. I'm not going to go through every 10, but just giving you an idea. It's accommodate 4 guests, 1,300 square feet. We did in deck 13 when this ship was originally built. We built it with a lot of meeting space. We figure American ship has the tax advantage. Uh, a lot of meetings on board. No, people don't want to go meet in Hawaii. They want to be
Not in
here.
Hawaii. No.
So we literally took away all the meeting room except for 3 or 4 meeting rooms, and we built these suites within the area, and we'll build 4 studios,
Wonderful.
which is single passengers. And is if you're going to look for a studio on this particular ship, good luck, because it's usually gone in a hurry.
Yeah.
But the other big ships we have on the fleet, they do have lots of studios. Just to give you an idea of the decor, you don't see the difference if you've never been on this ship, but if you have,
Oh, it's a huge difference.
it's a bit at scale.
Yeah.
The owner suite.
It's beautiful.
This suite accommodates 6, and then up to 6 guests on the lower suites. Penthouse with balcony.
balcony too. It's such a big portion of your space. It's beautiful.
And of course, category SI accommodates 5 guests, 335 square feet. Let's give you an idea. The balcony stay rooms, some accommodate 2. The ones that are family stay rooms, they accommodate 4.
Right.
And the size varies from 178 square feet to 233. And you can see it has plenty of room.
And they're so bright, you know, they really have all that, because the big balcony windows, doors, they're filled with light. I mean, and views, of course, as you're sailing across the Nepali coast there.
So this ocean view categories as well. It's a budget for everybody. So if you want to spend money, want to get a suite, you can do that. And if you are budget conscious or cannot afford to get a suite, you can get an ocean view and as well as an inside cabins. And again, this is a premium product. It's priced much higher than your regular Caribbean cruise.
Yes.
It's in demand. You try to book this ship for like 3 or 4 months before sailing, and most likely everything is gone by then.
Right. I definitely encourage people to think 6 months to a year ahead when it comes to such a distinctive location like the Hawaiian cruises, because it really is in demand, especially for families, but couples as well. You know, it books quickly.
Hawaii is the #1 destination for honeymooners. So when they try to do a land vacation, they realize they cannot afford it. They will come on a cruise and save about 30–40%.
I've had a lot of anniversary guests go to Hawaii too, celebrating like a 25th anniversary or something like that. Whether or not it was where they spent their honeymoon, it's definitely where they want to go spend their anniversary.
Yeah, everybody loves when they get married or celebrate anniversary. Oh, let's go to Hawaii. And when they figure Hawaii is probably the most expensive hotels in America.
Yeah,
are in Hawaii. And the food, I mean, you have to factor the food. And if you want to see more than Honolulu, the island hopping, and it becomes very expensive.
It can be very expensive.
That's a way to show them cruise option with Norwegian Cruise Line, freestyle, meaning not many regiments. So you have the flexibility to do whatever you want when you want it. And inside stay room, and this is the studio.
Yeah, these studios are really, really awesome for a single traveler, but there are always so few of them. They book up super early. But if you are a solo traveler, several ships in the Norwegian fleet have these, and they're fantastic.
Yeah, I actually never gotten complaint on studios as far as I remember. They loved it. It's very comfortable for one person. They have their privacy with the key to enter. And I said, they have the coordinator. They coordinate the activities with them throughout the suite, throughout the week. And they are alone, but not really.
Right. It's like it becomes a little community of solo travelers, which is great.
Exactly. And they have a great time, big enough for one person. Now, the Pride only has 4. The other ships that anything we built since 2010, with the exception of the Joy, has the studios, and they range between 60. The Epic's the one that have the most, that has 120.
Wow,
But
that is a lot.
the other big ships have 60, 70s. And they feel, to my surprise, a lot of elder customer ladies
Yes,
that lost their husband take this
yes.
type of accommodation for the
In
double
fact, most
security.
of my solo travelers are in that retiree age bracket because they're just alone and they still want to travel.
Yeah, and it saves them a lot of money.
It
Go,
truly.
instead of paying 200%, they paying 130, 110%,
Yep.
and they're on the one room by themselves. And that ends my part of the presentation.
Mahalo, very nice.
Mahalo. I'm going to give it back to Christy.
Okay, great. That was really great. I loved all those wonderful images that you were painting of the islands themselves. I mean, there's not a bad picture of Hawaii. I think we can
No,
all.
I've never seen a bad picture of Hawaii. It's awesome. I love this particular itinerary because it's very port intensive. You spend 100 hours in port. Imagine that one. Go on a 7-day cruise, stay on the islands. You don't have to go to a foreign port and do your thing. Do whatever you want. It's beautiful everywhere.
I'm going to, let's see, gonna come back here and give everybody an opportunity to learn a little bit more about a promotion I'm having. Again, not pressuring, promise. Now's not the time to be talking about it. You should totally buy a cruise. But if you are interested in looking forward towards that cruise someday, and it's something that you want to talk about, by all means, let's talk about it. And I am running a little bit of a promotion, if I can figure out how to get my slideshow bigger. If you are interested in considering travel for 21 and 22, let's talk. We can chat by email, we can chat by phone. I'm very happy to connect with you and just brainstorm ideas about what that Hawaiian vacation could look like, or any vacation. If you're interested in booking a Norwegian cruise between now and the end of September, even if you're using future cruise credits that you may have gotten from a canceled cruise, you can receive up to $100 onboard credit from me. It's based on what kind of category cabin you're in and the duration of your cruise. But if you're interested in talking about it, by all means, give me a call or reach out to me. And these are all the great ways you can connect with me. Aside from directly calling me or emailing me, you can like us on Facebook, we're on Twitter and Instagram. And right now, between now and I want to say the beginning of October, the middle of October, we're giving away a Norwegian cruise, which is,
ouch.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
So in order to sign up for the contest, you can go to the website at www.escapeartistholidays.com, and you'll see about halfway down on the right this picture, the Enter to Win a Bahama Cruise for 2, and you can sign up and get entered to win for that. No, again, no pressure, you guys. I want you to feel like you can reach out to me and talk to me, answer questions. If you have any questions right now and you'd like to ping Manny or I with details, by all means, raise your hand or put a question in our chat box, and we'll address them while we're sitting here.
Hey, Christy, I feel generous today.
Oh.
I tell you what, for anybody that books between today and the next 7 days, I will throw in a bottle of wine, house wine, as well as a chocolate covered strawberries. How that?
Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. I got to write it down, though. I'm going to hold you to
it. Don't worry, I'll email you.
That's really nice. Thank you, Manny. That's really great. I like those, the strawberries. Those are always a nice treat. You enter your stateroom and it's like presents are there waiting for you.
Yeah, I think they actually looking at it when you walk into the room and you're like, oh my God, it's even better than eating it. Well, I would usually take the kids with me, and they're attacked right away. Like,
Yeah, you can't let the kids in the room first, that's for sure.
I'm like, I should have been smarter after all these years, but I was like, eh.
All right, let's see if there are any questions in our chat box. There aren't any. I do want to encourage those of you on the call, please feel free to reach out to me. I will follow up with you via email just to touch base and see if you have any other questions. And like we said at the beginning, if you're interested in seeing any of our other events, feel free to sign up. Thank you again, Manny, for your great presentation tonight and sharing the Aloha State with us. That was wonderful.
Yeah. My pleasure. We have a very strong relationship with Dreams Vacations, so you definitely are in the right place.
That's right. Thank you, everyone, for being with us tonight, and I hope you have a pleasant evening. Stay healthy out there. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.